Alright, so more experimenting with this bullshit that is of skill-based matchmaking and reverse boosting. So what happens when I decide to experiment in the more shitstorm maps I like to describe it, i.e. the small mosh pit? Oh, it's just remembering when Fairly Odd Parents aired and whatnot, and King Arthur says, I can see! I can fight! That's pretty much what it is, because gosh, it makes those maps even playable now, though granted, I died a little too often for my liking, but it's just, yay, finally! These shitstorm maps that are new to only, this game is just that are now playable and thus I can play at peace and not get mad, but, you know, but then again, it's just, it's all dependent on which guns are actually quote-unquote consistent, because what happens is that this particular shotgun, as much as I loved it back in the previous days and whatnot, it's inconsistent it's very inconsistent in AF, and thus you just gotta, even with skill-based match, well, even with the reverse boosting on when experimenting on trying to take on easier people and whatnot, so yeah, that's why. You just gotta pray that the lobby is super stupid in order to even get it to even remotely do well and whatnot, because then there's, and also it doesn't help that there's a fucking asshole that's a knife only, cringe and whatnot, so yeah, that's why. And so yeah, but anyway, it's just, gosh. And also, it's another episode of where for some odd reason I happen to have a skin, because back when it was the beta, there was this weird daily login bonus and whatnot, so yeah, I just kept playing until I got it, so yeah, yay, I get a free skin, but at what cost? On a gun that I don't even, I actually quote-unquote hate now, so yeah, that's why. But I gotta use what I got, in whatever attachments it uses, so yeah, that's all. Why? And just that, another issue that is of when it comes to some of the issues I have with the skins and whatnot, it's just, not all of the attachments are actually usable, and it's just looking back to when I was playing on dreaded regular lobbies and whatnot, it's just that you're better off just using what was it, the Lockwood, because that was a hell of a lot more consistent, even though it's a pump action. And so yeah, that's why. And then, oh yeah, and also actually, to be honest, is it just when I realized that this gun was inconsistent and whatnot, even if you reverse boost, it's just that, I keep forgetting that the Modern Warfare 2 guns in general just suck and whatnot. There's only like it's very rare to find out which one was actually worth bothering, but yeah, but here we are having to resort to this bullshit and whatnot, but I digress. And then, so what I'm gonna do, like, actually, not what will I do, what did I do during the February trial? Oh, it's just, once again, just try to go with just go with the flow pretty much, because that's all I did and just use whatever was I had, since also, because everything was now more at peace because of this whole bullshit that is of reverse boosting and whatnot, so yeah. And then another elephant in the room of this issue is just that, you know, it's just looking back on when I did this particular match, it's just that it's still as mediocre as if I did play it regular, because it's just, I'm still having to like play conservatively just to even try and hope for the best of this shotgun, and at least, what was it? At least it's not the Mark 22's heyday where if you're the type of person that wants to use slugs or dragon's breath, where there's a launch bug on the whole, well, you can't unlock that unless you have a mouse plugged in, which that was really annoying as fuck when that was a thing. And it got to like someone's breaking point because someone decided that I followed was almost max rank with the gun, but the problem is that nothing was unlocking because people find out that the UI had some serious ass problems. which wasn't fixed until this game, the release of this game. So yeah, and then here we are once again doing, but and also another issue. Even though I'm reverse boosting, it's the problem is I said this before, and actually no, I don't think it did. But even when reverse boosting, it's still, I guess you'd say, mediocre at times because I look at the score when I did this particular match is that it's just we're just neck and neck on each other. It's just that the only main difference is the kills are now consistent and whatnot. And no one gives a shit on what we do half the time unless you get a much bigger streak like the Juggernaut or the advanced UAV, well, or the just the helicopters and the sentry gun. So yeah, so I'm just doing whatever I can to and hopefully get a huge like score gap and whatnot. So, which thankfully that's what having the Juggernaut was for. And it's just so fucking annoyed by everything and whatnot. It's just why even. And actually no, when it comes to experimenting with this bullshit and whatnot, it's just that it made me want to stop using it at times, which that's not until future consecutive matches though, but still, and then just trying to do my thing because the opposition is quote unquote stupid. So yeah, and PTFOing because just to help wrap it up because I'm just tired of getting like annoyed by some of the normal exploits that occurs in normal lobbies right here. So yeah, it's just, but one problem is just as much as it's hectic as it is, I'm just wondering like who in the world even programmed kill confirm to even make it be 125 anyway, other than realizing, well, I mean, looking back to Modern Warfare 19's heyday, it's just that the problem is it's just that game was so slow that they stuck it to 65 and whatnot. So yeah, it's just the hypocrisy is real and whatnot on the score limit and whatnot because of that, because as I look back to when 2019 was a thing, it's just I keep forgetting that game made playing the map Derail look fast and whatnot because every single lobby just was so slow that it would always make the time run out, which is stupid because even when you constantly have like nothing but UAVs, which that reminds me, I don't even know. Which it was fun while it lasted during the February trial when it comes to using these the air support and whatnot. But at the same time, like at a later point in life, I decided to just switch to nothing but UAVs. But that's a whole different subject in the cluster mine as well. But yeah, so yeah, finally. This has been wrapped up because I was annoyed because I died like so many unnecessary times, but I just saved the vid because I saved the vid because of to point out that I can survive a shitstorm pretty much. So yeah, until then, farewell on this thing.